Basically, real quickly, just what I wanted to reiterate and reinforce what Jerry did say, that we have to start thinking in terms of us and they. We are, as American workers, have been duped for a long time, especially the UAW people. They always come up with this idea that you must buy American to protect American workers, and so on and so forth. And that is just another, what is called another divide and conquer technique. Because I can assure you, any worker here in the States is just as much preoccupied to be able to put food on the table as any other worker throughout the world. And what we must start thinking, just like the capitalists, we must start thinking in terms of workers of the world rather than American workers.
That's right.
Because just the people, the auto industry, for example, that I work for, it is very, they push this idea of buy American, but in reality, if you look under the hood, look at the hood, Mitsubishi starting motors, Nippon Denso alternators, fuel injection system made by Bosch, or someplace in Brazil. Believe me, they are there. And I work for the company. I just went back to work after being laid off for 20 months. Most of the workers that used to be there, now we only have about 50% of them. And our supervisors are really pushing us a lot. They expect to get the same yield as if we had still the same number of workers. And when we don't produce as much, they'll send it to Indonesia, that I know for sure, Italy, Brazil, and even Santa Fe, Mexico. And like Jerry said, they can delegate this work, this project, this work orders. My boss, from his very best, he's able to check on the progress of each one of this progress. So my point is, let's not think anymore as American workers. We must be thinking as workers
of the world.
As workers of the world, not necessarily as American workers anymore. One other thing, we also must reach out. We must reach out to the unions in other countries. Okay? Right now we have, for example, several requisitions. One from Colombia of a priest who wants to come here to expose the criminal actions of multinational corporations that are operating in Colombia, like Nestlé, Coca-Cola, and a few others. This past September 1st is the anniversary of one of the Colombian, it was a labor leader that worked for the Agriculture and Food National Union, and he was assassinated 10 years ago. 10 years ago. So they are reaching out. They want to publicize this to the world, and we should be able to get those people over here so that they can come and expose the atrocities that are being made out there. We must be more open. And let's see. Also, one other labor union, central labor union, which is the World Federation of Trade Unions, which is based in Greece. They are communist-based, but they are very, very, I would say, militant, and they are very, very strong. And this is what Jerry was talking about. We must continue to unite as workers of the world, not necessarily as American workers. Thank you.
Well, I just want to say that a true, genuine, revolutionary working class party recognizes that its creation is in the working class, and that includes the unemployed, the underemployed, the disabled, the displaced worker. It does not matter. If you have to sell your labor, which everyone in this room does, and the majority of the world must sell their labor to survive, then you're working class. So I'm your brother, and you my sister. I'm your sister, and you my brother. But we are workers of the world, and like Rosenda said, workers of the world unite. Right. That's what you see on the top of the Workers' World Paper Party all the time. Workers of the world unite. We only have our chains. We only have to break our chains. And you know what? Ultimately, we got to take back the world from the capitalists workers. We got to take back our lives from their hands. And you know what? We might have to take out a few of them. I just want to raise that, but the fact of it is that the class struggle is at it's always going on. We are always in struggle. We have been in struggle with the working class. We've been in struggle with the bosses, for decades. And the only thing that we need to do is to bring the kind of direction and leadership that really this room is. You know what? They say you need a vanguard. Well, Workers' World Party in Detroit and where we are all over the country is that vanguard. We know that we have to bring the class struggle home, bring struggle to the streets, and ultimately that's how we're going to make a difference. And that's what we'll be here for. So if you want to struggle, if you want to live in the real world, we'll see you on Monday and any other day that the workers and oppressed are organized to challenge the bosses and the bankers. We're going to have to deal with them bankers. And every single day that passes that we don't challenge them, we give them a little more. Yeah. We're going to challenge them every day.
3 weeks ago, the Secretary of Labor announced that in order to cure the unemployment problem in America, they would like for them to become farm workers. Now, they introduced this now. It came on national TV. They said that in order to cure the unemployment problem in America, they want unemployed people to become farm workers. I want a response to that. Come on.
That defies response.
It's ridiculous. No, but really, that is something that really, I felt like that was a betrayal of what they call putting people to work. Because people, the slavery days are over with, okay? And there will never be a return to those days ever again. And I want to be the first black man to say it. Never again.
Right. All right.
So